Hey, what's going on, family? Yeah, it didn't take long. It didn't take long at all for us to see the price in SoFi to go against our price prediction. And it happens. Now, if you saw my video about SoFi, the latest one, I was telling you that we may be getting in a little late on this price prediction because we saw price hitting this sell pocket in SoFi. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to put one on the chart anyway, but we needed to see the buyers in SoFi hold these two pockets of buying. And as you can tell, immediately right there on the 26th of March, it didn't even hold those two pockets. So if you would have read the market correctly, you would have said, well, if it's not going to hold those two buy pockets, then I need to go ahead and exit out the prediction. And that would have saved you from having 4.5% loss to being down 8.5%. So that would have been 50% reduction on the loss if you'd have read that the market buyers did not hold these first two buy pockets. And it happens. But check this out. We can learn from these price movements. Okay. So apparently the market lost steam. And if it lost steam, then what do you think I'm going to tell you today in this video about SoFi? You think I'm going to tell you it's going to go up? No, I'm going to tell you that the market may continue to go down. And we're going to show you from a different time frame as to why that may be the case. That's one thing we do here. We look at the price bars and volume because this literally is telling us what people think. Whether it was coded by a human being to create an algorithm to buy and sell on SoFi, or whether it's regular retail traders, we still get people's perception as to how they want to make their money, where they're placing their bets, all off of price bars and volume. So let's go ahead and break this down. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe for more of my videos and content, because I am not here to give you guys any fear, FUD, FOMO, hype. We strictly look at the charts for what it is. All right, so check this out. Yeah, this didn't work out. Let's get rid of it. We will also get rid of these pockets of buying that we were expecting the buyers to hold, but even they let us down. So we're going to go ahead and you guys can see right now, first of all, that this sell pocket right here is still valid. Okay, the market topped out on the 25th of March, and immediately those sellers became active and they're still controlling the stock's price. Namely, let me show you the weekly chart for SoFi. All right, this is where it is. This is one reason why we're predicting that the stock's going to continue to go down. The weakness really started right here on this weekly price bar from February the 18th. And you got another hint that the weakness was still here on March the 3rd, the week of. And we're getting another clue. Just last week, the completion of this weekly price bar is telling us that these sellers are still present. They don't want to leave. They have a lot more stock to sell, and they are actually pushing SoFi down. Okay, see that? So if you're trying to buy this stock, just need to be patient and wait, and don't buy the dip, because when the market reverses and begin to go higher, trust, the market will tell us. So we already got a couple of placeholders on our chart though, right? You guys can see these next two buy pockets. The first one is right here in between $10.79 to $11.07. That automatically is going to be our first target. Our next target is going to be at this second buy pocket between $9.60 to $9.90. These two targets could be places that the market can actually stop going down. For how long? I don't know. Could it be the bottom? Could be. I don't know. But we're just trying to figure out, where are these people who's going to buy SoFi? What price do they think will be attractive to where they'll come in and begin to buy? Those are those first two pockets right there. Okay. So now, here is SoFi on the 2. Okay, I'm just showing you the longer term so that you don't get complacent and think that when the market in SoFi on one day goes up 10%, you think that the market is going to continue to go higher. The longer term dictates the longer view as to where price is headed. And when you look at SoFi here on the 2, right there, look at how the market concluded. There were more sellers in SoFi over the last 2 weeks than there were buyers. Well, you might say, well, how do you know that? Well, you can look at where the price bar closed. Look at where it closed compared to the spread of the 2 weeks. It closed at the bottom of the bar. that tells us that more sellers were here and that they're not looking for SoFi to go up. Here it is on the 3, right? The last 3 weekly price bar right here is another clue that these buyers are not here yet. SoFi on the 5 weeks. Look at this on the 5. Like, the longer term charts in SoFi just doesn't look good. Not yet. You can look at this on the monthly chart. We're even getting a big spread bar to the downside in SoFi, and the market's almost closing on the bottom of the bar. All right. So now, let's look at SoFi on the hourly chart. It's just been a complete down move in SoFi after we did our price prediction. Ridiculous. Just crazy. So what do I think is going to happen though? Well, I think SoFi is going to try to come down, right? It's going to try to hold this pocket. They're going to try to hold it. These buyers are, not knowing that these sellers are a little bit more formidable. They're a little bit more stronger than them, and that price is just going to break through that pocket of buying. But we're still going to target this area because we understand that there's still a chance that these buyers have more money in their bank account to keep this price from going a lot lower. Okay, so we're still going to target that. And here's the 330-minute chart for SoFi, and look at that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I think the market may try to bounce right here though. Okay, it may not come all the way down to this pocket of buying at $11.07. It might stop a little bit higher than that, at least for a break. You know, market likes to give us bounces, right? It like to give us bounces. So we might get another bounce just to hit this downtrend and come back down. Okay. So this is on the 330, and we can actually see, boom, right there is a sell pocket. All right. So like I said, if we do get a bounce in SoFi, it would be right here. I would think the market may try to run up here. Here's another one being created in SoFi, a sell pocket. Again, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, don't get complacent and think that this market is finished with going down. So let me do this real quick. Let's go ahead and drop this on the chart. We're going to look for the market in SoFi to go lower. And these will be our targets right here, y'all. First target is going to be at this first buy pocket. It might bounce at the top of the pocket, at the very bottom. I don't know. We're just trying to ballpark it. And that gives us 4.65% if SoFi hits $11.29. Now, the longer term, I'm thinking that the market may actually try to either hit this middle buy pocket between $10.79 to $11.07, or it may come all the way down to like $9.90. That's 16.47% movement to the downside. So those will be our 3 targets. All right. So that's it. I'm finished. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit. And as always, trade different.